Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. Ooh, another energy update. Let's see what comes in. Certain energies going on right now. It's how they're going to play out. Yeah, I see strength and confidence. Someone's taming the beast though. Ooh, we got a little jealousy. Someone here is just about ready to give up. See, somebody's ready to give up. Now this person, see, this is someone here who I feel doesn't want somebody, see, if the other person's ready to give up, now they're jealous. And I do feel it has to do with probably a lack of confidence, but it has to do with someone who needs to tame that beast within themselves. See, they're holding back, right? They've been holding back. The other person feels like giving up, and now there's jealousy. This is often someone who, once they see that someone's giving up, they don't want the other person to have them. Yeah, we have a person putting themselves out there. Online dating, social media. Yeah, we have the other. This is someone who acts like they don't care, but they do. Yeah. See, they don't want anyone else to have them, but yet they hold back. Yeah. I feel like what we've got here, and it could be the feminine doesn't care. It shows a feminine energy. And I'm going to be honest, I feel some of you don't care, literally. And this person's obsessed with you, right? They act like they don't care, but I feel like you literally don't care. You literally don't care. Yeah, there it is. But this person, see, they're now putting the shoe on the other foot. See, it's showing different perspectives. Yeah, I think this person knows too. See, they should have put the shoe on the other foot, how the other person felt right after the get-go. But you can see, this is, this person, oh my God. Oh, there's confusion, illusion. But I'm going to tell you, this has to do with someone who kept it all in, kept it all to themselves. See, now they're romanticizing romantic thoughts here. But this is someone here who I feel held back. The other person here now no longer cares because they've given up. They're getting out and socializing. Now this person's losing it here. See, but now it's like now they're putting the shoe on the other foot. Yeah, it has to do with faith and loyalty. This person's learned something. Someone who has to learn things the hard way. Yeah, this is someone who's still single. But here, this is a person who just likes attention. See, they like attention. They like lots of people to give them attention. This is someone no longer giving someone attention. And it is this person's single. They're independent. They don't care. This person cares because they're acting like they don't. But they like a lot of attention. But what they're seeing is this is someone getting attention from other people. Yeah, and this is someone who did that. You see, they need attention. They're the person, they originally need attention, but the other perspective is this is someone single. Yeah, I do feel like this person, yeah, you can see this is someone who knows their worth and value. So this is a person feeling this situation doesn't serve. I'm going to let it go. It is what it is. But literally, someone here doesn't care where the other person, and this is why they're obsessed. The other person's giving up. See, they don't want anyone to have this person. This person likes attention. They seek attention, right? They're an attention seeker. Yeah, they just want to be single energy. But now this person's, they're single, they're independent. So someone who knows their worth. And you can see the energy of this person's looking at it is what it is, And I definitely see the romanticizing. Yeah, this is someone moving on. See, this is a person here who... This is someone distancing themselves from this person, but this is someone who is an avoidant. See, this is someone who is an avoidant here. But I'm going to tell you, if it is long distance here, I see someone moving on. And I do feel this is someone putting this behind moving on. I do think this is someone putting themselves out there, socializing. Literally, they don't care, and it's driving this person crazy, I can tell. But they are an attention seeker, someone who seeks attention. The other person's just an energy of being independent. Yeah, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. So this person's an avoidant, but you can see, they keep their options open. This person loves attention. See, they can't stand your giving attention to other people. But look at the energy. Some of you have opportunities coming in. See, you're distancing yourself from this person. Yeah, this person has a lot of regret here too. See, they have regret. Because now you don't literally care anymore, which means you've lost interest. You're open. Or you can flip the energy, but this is someone who's seeking other options and opportunities. I think this is someone who treated someone like an option and they have a lot of regret. Now this person's seeking other options. Yeah, see, it's about someone distancing themselves, moving on, light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, and this other person here, which is really something, because we have a person with some Aquarius energy. It is what it is. It's not meant to be. They're letting it go. They just don't care anymore because they're interested in someone else. But this other person's an attention seeker. It's a person who keeps someone waiting while they're getting attention from other people. So, and you can look at that from two different perspectives. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Yeah. See, it's a person here, I feel like this is a person who always has excuses. They've always got an excuse. Always remember when you start something with someone, anybody who comes in and has a pity party, feels sorry for me. This is what I feel, this kind of person. See, they seek attention. But now that you're no longer giving them attention and you're keeping your options open, they can't stand it. They have a lot of regret. A lot of regret here. And they are an attention seeker. Someone who just keeps their options open. They treat the other person like an option. Tell me about the Devil. They're obsessed here. Yeah. See, now they're seeing what they didn't see before. Yeah. I think the ship has sailed, and I think they haven't realized it yet. I almost feel like this person's kind of desperate. Let's have a look at the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is someone pondering a situation. They're apprehensive. See, it's a person who never lays the foundation. And I can tell you with this person here, the Hierophant is telling me this is the way this person behaves. They don't follow society's rules. This is someone seeing what they didn't see. Now they regret. See, now they can't stand the thought that this is someone who's no longer interested. So I don't know if they're checking you out online dating, social media. Maybe you've got them blocked or they just can't see. They're losing their mind here. But I'm going to tell you, this is a person who comes in, never lays the foundation. They always have an excuse. I do think this is somebody who's disrespectful. They've disrespected someone. See, someone who needs to learn a few lessons here, but they definitely have regret because now they know. Yeah. And it is a person who seeks attention. They love to get attention, right? So it's really about attention. But what they don't realize is the other person is independent, see the other perspective. So this is someone trying to check someone out online dating or social media to see who they're giving attention to. Yeah, they're getting attention from other people. They're not waiting. See, this is someone who's done waiting. Yeah. See, now this person's soul searching, looking for clues and answers. This is the path they've been on. This person here isn't loyal. They're not faithful. Yeah. This is someone who waited faithfully for someone. They waited. Now this is someone getting attention from other people because they're not getting it from this person. Yeah, look at that. A person who hides behind a mask. Somebody who's being fake. See, but now they never got what they wanted. It is someone hiding behind a mask. I'm fine. I'm good the way things are. I just want to be, I'm good the way things are. But it's a person who constantly has excuses. And I do feel it's someone who doesn't step up to the plate. Yeah. They never got what they wanted. They actually wanted this person. They wanted the person who's now doesn't really care anymore. They just don't care. Go off, seek other options. I don't care. Yeah, you can see that too. See, someone who's always sitting on the fence. Now this has to do with the situation, and they're seeing why too this didn't go anywhere. It has to do with themselves, the path that they were on, the way they were behaving. They're not loyal. The other person was faithfully waiting. They were loyal. Now they just don't care. Yeah. See, they're reminiscing about this, how it all played out. Yeah, someone who longs for love. See, they're reminiscing. I'm going to tell you, this person is definitely an attention seeker, but they can't stand it when the other person gets attention from someone else. Someone who never steps up to the plate. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Yeah, see, now this person's curious. See, they're shining a light. They're trying to find something out. They could be talking to people too, or just checking things out on social media. They're feeling sorry for themselves. But this is a person who makes up excuses. And eventually somebody's like, whatever, right? Whatever. They hold back. See, they lack confidence, inner strength. And it's often they lack faith in themselves because I don't think this person's loyal. They love to get attention, yeah. And then we have a person here who speaks up and speaks their mind. See, this is someone who's wise. You know, they've experienced. This is about the experience, what they've experienced. So this is someone cutting this person out because they see truth in a situation. Yeah, look at that. And this person can't stop thinking. This is a person who said something. They spoke a truth. This is somebody who was honest. They had integrity and they were loyal. And they waited. Now we got this person who can't stop thinking about them. See, trapped in a cycle, a pattern, a habit, behavior, the way they conducted themselves. Doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Rinse and repeat. Yep, then they don't reciprocate. So this is a feminine here. I do see making a decision. If you can't make up your mind, I'm making it up for you. Yeah. See, this person here, I'm going to tell you, they are reminiscing and thinking about this. They lack confidence. They lack faith in themselves because they're not faithful. Yet the other person was. See, now that's why they have regret. And you can see this lack of reciprocity. I think this person's going to try to reach out, but it's like the same thing keeps happening. See, the Queen of Swords is an energy of someone who, it's about sharing and caring, sharing information. There's lack here. This is someone breadcrumbing, lack of proper communication. Person wants truth, and I do feel it's someone who's making up someone's mind. This person's confident they've made the right choice too. So you can see they don't care anymore. They've had enough. They can see the other person doesn't really care, right? They're very nonchalant. They're just an attention seeker. That's what I feel. Yeah. So this person here is no longer talking or giving to this person. Yeah. See, this is someone who's trying to keep someone stuck and single. They were selfish. Now they're watching from a distance. See, this is someone holding back. See, they watch from a distance to see this is someone getting attention from other people. Yeah. This person's in protective mode. They'll never budge and give in to this person. But when you look at the perspective, this person was, you know, keeping this person stuck and single, playing games, basically, you know. What this person's trying to do here is, I mean, to me, it just feels like they just seek attention. You know, and they can't stand the fact this is someone giving attention to someone else, but they need to take a good long look at self, because this is someone who's made a decision. You can't make up your mind, I'll make it up for you. Because this person's tired of waiting, and now they are getting attention elsewhere. See, what this feminine's seeing, this just isn't the one. But now this person sees, this was my person. See, they can't, this is someone who literally was protective of this person. They cared. But they're also seeing this as someone holding back. So they're not going to budge and give in. They're not. They're not. Because this is kind of like the tables turning, you know. But this is someone who's breaking free because they actually are starting to see this just isn't my person. This is someone who seeks attention. This is a person who reaches out and tries to get this person to chase them, and they're not chasing them. In fact, they're no longer feeding their ego. Yeah. They're breaking free. And now this person's free. They're out there exploring other options, opportunities. This is also someone who's achieved some goals. Yeah, but the whole point is they're free. This person keeps this person stuck and single, and they're out there playing the field, expecting the other person to just wait, to be loyal and faithful. And they were, till they finally found that inner strength to break free. Yeah, see, this is someone who's taken their power back from someone. This is someone trying to take someone's power because the other person's more powerful, because they lack confidence. See, they don't communicate clearly. See, there's a lack of proper, clear communication. This is someone who expects truth and clarity. Now this person's shining a light, seeing on their own behavior. They're seeing that. See, they're talking to people or checking out on online dating, and they can't stand the thought this is somebody who's no longer interested. They just don't care. But it's because they acted like they didn't care. I think they did, but here's the problem. Wearing a mask, hiding their true self. This is someone who come in, and I wouldn't be surprised too. I mean, I do see this person thinking about this path, the way they conducted themselves. But they were being fake. They weren't showing their true self, or they literally were a fake. Someone who never fills that person's cup. See, they're content the way things are. They sit there content, I'm content the way things are, but they expect the other person to be faithful while they're off playing the field. See, they're reminiscing. Yeah. See, the other person's lost interest. See, they think this person was interested in because of what they can provide. See, chasing them for the money, but this is someone who's literally doesn't care. They don't care. They see that now, what they didn't see, because this person has lost interest. They're interested in someone else now. Yeah, so we have a person who's definitely, we got the King of Cups. Now this to me looks like possibility where the other person's releasing, letting it go. It is what it is. It's not meant to be. See ya. Because they've taken their power back. Now this could be another person coming in. I wouldn't be surprised, but I do think it has to do with this person as well. Yeah. See, they were hiding their feelings, hiding behind a mask, expecting the other person to just sit there while they're playing the field. And I do feel they have, and the feminine has broke free. Yeah, this is someone who has to do with speaking truth. Someone here should have told someone the truth, whatever their issues were. But I'm going to tell you, they see the truth now, because now they have this, see the experience. This is why someone put on the brakes, because of things they've experienced before. People chasing them because of what they can provide. But this is not someone chasing. In fact, I don't think they ever did. There was curiosity, there was interest, the need to learn. But this is somebody who doesn't commit. Now they see the truth. They've lost control. I think this is another person coming in, but the truth is this person loved this person, had a lot of feelings. Yeah, but now they've lost control. The only way, look at that, cycle ending. See, the other person gets off, it's something that was on and off, gets off this emotional roller coaster. I don't know what this person was dealing with, but I do feel that they like attention. They like to be the center of attraction, the star. Maybe they're popular, or they just want to be. Who knows? Yeah. But like I say, it has to do with speaking truth. And I do feel, for some of you, definitely, if you have a choice to make and you have to make a decision, you're going to think about the things that you experience with this person and likely apply it to this. Because I do feel you've got love coming in, some of you. See, this is a whole new cycle. Someone pushed the stop button, got off this emotional roller coaster. And someone here should have told someone the truth. And I feel they want to, but like I say, because of the perspective, see, they've had to change their perspective, how they see, but I feel the feminine has as well. They've changed their perspective. This is someone who adored someone, admired them, and they were disrespected. This person was disrespectful. But I do see the energy of truth. Tell me about this person. Yeah, see, this is someone laying the foundation. It's about building the foundation. I think the feminine's got someone else. I feel they broke free. They're now getting attention from other people. This person can't stand it. Because I feel like you're having a good time. It's a whole new cycle. I see a lot of luck. Now this, I do think that if this person comes in and there is a truth, it could have to do with the timings for some of you. There is something that could be understandable, okay, for some of you, but it has to do with the person who speaks truth. And I do think you got a person who held back, because I don't think this person has faith in themselves to be faithful and loyal. Yeah, there it is. This is about laying the foundation. This is about building the foundation. This has to do with commitment. Yeah. Some of you have another opportunity. I see a decision between two now because you're not interested. You've lost interest in this person. But I wouldn't be surprised this person tries to come back around. So this is about the Queen of Swords energy, speaking your truth. Teaching someone how you want to be treated. Someone was disrespectful. They didn't treat you right. Yeah, someone here emotionally unavailable, right? They were emotionally unavailable. I mean, some of you definitely have another opportunity here. I see it. It's saying to trust your intuition. I do think you have someone who is dealing with something personal, but I'm going to tell you something else here to do with this other person. It's saying to just trust your intuition. When it comes to making a decision, you're going to know just what to do, because I don't think this other person's interested in you for the right reasons. This original person, I think they're just jealous. They don't want this person to have you, but they'll never commit. So you know, I think you know the truth. You'll never get what you want from this person. I think they're kind of fake, false. They may have love and feelings for you, but they'll never commit. So don't let yourself be stuck and single. And this is where I feel we have the feminine who's made up their mind and cut this person out. See, they weren't treating you right. So this is yourself here, teaching this person how you want to be treated. And now you have another energy coming in. I do think things are going to start going in your favor. Yep, so you've got someone else coming here, maybe even a couple opportunities for some of you. So it's all about someone who actually knows what they want. They come in and speak truth. They lay the foundation. See, someone who's a leader. You want someone who's confident, a leader. You don't see this person as a leader. You want someone who and it's not just where they take the lead, but you want someone who's confident. This person lacks confidence. I think they don't lack faith in themselves. So I feel some of you have making the right choice. But when it comes to making a choice between two, I feel like you're going to apply all these lessons you've learned to this next situation, to teach someone else how they want to be treated. It's either the lessons you're learning, to not put up with it, to not someone keep you stuck and single while they're off playing the field. Yeah. So you're going to be weighing the pros and the cons of a situation. One of these, it has to do with one of these comparing to the other. I think you already know the answers you're seeking. Okay. There is something understandable here. Sometimes, there's something that's understandable to do with the timing. But this is a person who generally knows what they want and they go for it. And they want things to go in their favor. They come in and speak truth. They lay the foundation. But some of you definitely have people who play the field, right? They want you to sit and wait for them. How disrespectful is that? Someone who wants you to wait for them while they're still playing the field. Take a hike, right? Like, come on now. Yeah, it's a person who, this is where I feel like you see, this is someone who'll never step up to the plate. They'll never be reliable. You can't depend on this person. But this is where I feel, releasing these burdens, this baggage, and you're going to release this. But I also feel like you have a person here where they're dealing with something private. Okay, it's something personal, someone with strong shoulders, someone who can handle anything that comes their way. So this other person can't handle anything because it is an energy of two. So this is all telling you to remember the lessons, reminisce, remember the lessons you learned about teaching someone how you want to be treated. Okay, speak your mind. And I do think you're going to have some boundaries here, because I do think someone here crossed your boundaries, and I do feel there was disrespect, because it is somebody, I feel this other perspective, this other person knew exactly what your boundaries were and they crossed the line. Yeah, see, out with the old, in with the new. And this is where you're making a decisive decision. This is someone who'll never step up to the plate because they don't know what they want. See, they make up excuses. They got a story. Feel sorry for me, you know. Anybody who comes towards you that starts complaining about what someone else did to them, even though they're the one that's causing it, right? You always have to look at it from another perspective, the other person's perspective, where they always blame the other person. They never take any blame. This is someone who takes blame for things. Okay, they're responsible, reliable. But like I say, you have a choice to make, and it has to do with someone who speaks the truth, someone who communicates clearly. And that's what you want to look for. You want clear, decisive communication. So I do see out with the old, in with the new. I definitely see healing and releasing this. So yeah, like I say, this is the difference between these two people. One isn't like the other. One of them will blame everybody, where the other person will take blame for the things that they did wrong. There's your difference right there. See, the other person has zero faith in themselves. They're not a loyal person. Like, this is why I feel this person is disloyal. Maybe a habitual cheater. They keep doing the same thing. So this is about yourself, again, breaking free. Two people here that are going to talk and connect. There's a judgment. See, making decisions. Out with the old, in with the new. Someone who actually steps up to the plate. They come in right. Yeah. And that's why I feel, see, this is why you're going to walk away. It's no longer emotionally fulfilling, but it's where you're going. See, as you're moving towards new. And I do see this is going to take a little time. I do see some of you really enjoying yourself, to be honest, this time in between here, where you kind of, you know, you've left this behind. You want what somebody else wants, what you're both looking for, and you're not looking for somebody who doesn't want to commit. Because I can definitely see, and I actually see two people talking, sharing about their experiences. You're sharing information about your past, because you're basically, what you're doing with you and this person, you're going to teach each other how you want to be treated. So you both have experienced some of the same things. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's often common energy. People who aren't loyal, faithful, they're always off getting attention from someone else. So there's this reminiscing about it all. So it's about applying that. So some of you are going to apply this. You want someone who spends time with you. Anyone who doesn't want to spend time with you have excuses. It's where you need to look at it, see the reality, because there's a reality check here. See, the reality is this person just wants to be single. They just want attention, and they're always seeking attention. If you don't give them what they want, they'll go get it from someone else. That's what you're going to leave behind. See, knowing your worth, your self-respect makes you more desirable. But you want someone who cooperates, compromises. So you got a person who doesn't want to do that. That energy was here of somebody who's, they just want their cake and eat it too. Like, this is someone who keeps you single. But it's all about going down this path. Someone who spends time with you. They want to do things with you. Someone who's a doer, right? They want to do stuff. Yeah. Someone who never wants to spend time with you. See, you're going to enter this situation. It's finished. It's done. And I think this person can't stand the thought that you're no longer interested. You literally don't care, some of you. But they're obsessed. But they can't have you. Because I think this person needs to, you know, I think it's a wake-up call for this person, what they've lost. Because it's really an energy of, yep, you've got new coming in. See, you've got new. I see you're moving into happier times ahead here. The sun is shining. They can't stand the thought you got something new. It's over. It's done. They don't want to admit that it's done, but it's a reality check. See, they've lost. They've lost. There's someone who doesn't see what they have until they've lost it. So there you go. Some of you got new. You got happiness coming in here. Yeah, you're going to make a connection with someone here. Yeah. I do see a little time here. I do see kind of going out, socializing, you know. It's what you want is the same thing you're looking for. Someone who wants to spend time together. You want to build. See, this is about becoming a couple. The other person is someone who was just always holding back, and I don't know. I mean, it's all about seeing. Yeah, see, you got harmony. Justice is in your favor. This is that moment of the reality check. This person just wasn't right for you. But I see you breaking free from this. See, breaking free from the things holding you back. You're not going to let this person hold you back. So there it is, someone who comes in right. See, why? Because they know what they want. Yeah, you've got love coming in. And some of you have multiple. I do see choices. It's telling you to apply the lessons you learned. Okay? Whenever you see that kind of X energy coming up, that's when it's reminiscing, reminding you. Okay? This situation is over. It's finished. And I see harmony and justice between two people. Why? Because they cooperate, compromise, they spend time together. This is beautiful. There's love here. There's love. This person actually probably loved you. But like I say, they're so set in their ways. And I think this person too, I do think this person knows they're just not faithful and loyal. I feel like you have a habitual cheater. The habits and the patterns. So now they've lost this. It's over. But justice is in your favor. Okay? Someone who comes in right. They want to be with you, spend time with you. These are two people who build each other up. This is someone who will tear you down, put you down. They drag you down, basically. They're wasting your time. They drain your energy. The energy vampire, basically. So there you go. You got love, and some of you have choices between several people. Okay? But it's all about truth, putting up boundaries. And I do see two people doing that, teaching each other how they want to be treated by sharing your stories. See, you're going to share some of your stories here. Not too much, too fast. Okay? A little at a time. See, that's about teaching each other and also those boundaries. So knowing not to cross, because this is someone who crossed your boundaries, I feel. Take care. Bye for now.